Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing? I hope you guys having a good day, good night, a great week, and a great weekend. If you guys didn't know, Archer just got his Rabams out on the Global Test Lab, so that's what we're gonna go over today. Of course, he's got 2 Rabams for level 56, 2 Rabams for level 57. If you guys don't know what Rabams are, long story short, they take 2 skills from your unawakening, and they combine it to make a whole new skill that you can use. You can choose one of the 2 at level 56 and one of the 2 at level 57. So let's go ahead and get started. As you guys, oh cool, Archer's waving high. So let's go ahead and use that to get started with the video. Alright, so for his level 56 skills, he has his main primary skill for the Rabams is Arrow Explosion. The secondary skills are Storm of Light or Covering Fire. Arrow Explosion and Storm of Light combined together will make Rain of Arrows. The description for that is it hurls a deep breath and fires consecutively, causing a rain of arrows. Targets within the area are slowed and inflicted with bleeding damage. As you guys can see from the tooltip, the hit damage is 554% times 2, maximum of 5 hits, and the critical rate is 50%. His accuracy rate is 9%, and he has a maximum of 10 targets. It's got 20 MP recovery every good hit, along with a bleeding damage of 30 every 3 seconds for 27 seconds, which ultimately goes from 27 divided by 3, it's 9 times 30, so it's about 270 total damage of bleeding. If you guys don't know, the bleeding damage does go through DP. It's pretty much like true damage from, say, League of Legends, something of that nature. Let's continue on. I'm sorry for that. It's also got a 10% move speed debuff for 10 seconds, which is actually nice, and it's got a stiffness. This is actually, it seems on paper like a pretty solid skill, but as you guys can see from the tooltip, it kind of locks you in animation, and I'll show you guys that now. I'll learn the skill and I'll do it a few times so you guys can see. We'll do it on this mob here. If you guys don't know this mob, these training dummies are not good to test combos on, by the way. These training dummies are actually considered PvE mobs, so they kind of take a different CC ruling than as you were to test in PvP, but I'll go ahead and show you the skill right now. And that's how it is. He throws a arrow explosion up in the air and then rapidly fires a few shots. Unfortunately, I've tried every which way. I cannot cancel the skill, which means you're stuck in that entire animation. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over the second one. This skill right here is called Elemental Protection. It's Arrow Explosion plus Covering Fire. When you combine them together, you'll get Elemental Protection. The description says it hurls multiple breaths and explodes them at once to deal damage over a large area. It can be used to hit multiple targets. So this one looks like it's just damage, no CC, which I actually don't mind. I think I might like this one over Rain of Arrows, maybe in large scale. It seems to be a little quicker potentially, and it just gets off the damage and you continue doing what you want to do. So this tooltip says 756% times 3 for maximum of 4 hits. Critical hit rate 50%, accuracy rate 6%, maximum of 10 targets. Is a knockdown in PvE only, no CC in PvP, but it does have down attack. They both actually have down attack, so that's good to know. So let's go ahead and do this skill now. As you can see, it hits multiple targets. So we'll try it out on these. We'll try it out on these scarecrows over here. Okay, we're gonna do Elemental Protection now. I'll do it from here so you guys can see the range on it. As you can see, it hit every single scarecrow here. If I go from up close, I believe it's just like Arrow Explosion. It won't hit over here. It'll go past the target. So let's go ahead and try it now. As you can see, it starts hitting around the back area near the shadows of the trees. None of these guys got hit when you're up close. So you also want to make sure, just like Arrow Explosion, that you're kind of far away when you do it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and talk about the level 57 Rabams. The first primary skill on the level 57 Rabam is Verdier Clout. The secondary skills are Wrath of Nature and Ensnare. The first skill is called Ultimate Verdier Clout. The description says performs an uppercut to a nearby target followed by a final blow with the crossbow. It is effective for attacking targets close in range and may be used as a counterattack. So it's pretty straightforward. As you guys can see from the tooltip, he does move a little bit forward with the uppercut. So we're going to go ahead and see how this works. The tooltip says 1 hit damage, 622% times 3. The second hit damage is 712% times 4. It's got 3% accuracy rate, maximum of 10 targets. My favorite part about this skill is it gives you 10 ranged AP for 10 seconds. Does have a float and super armor only on the first hit. This kind of reminds me of the Lawn 57 fusion skill, except the Lawn's 57 fusion skill gave you a DP debuff, or gave the enemies a DP debuff, I should say. And this one actually gives you ranged AP instead. So it's like makes you a little stronger versus debuffing the enemy opponents. This skill, as of course, as you guys guess, you're gonna want to be a little closer to the target. I'll go ahead and show it. I'll actually show it on a mob that I can float, so you guys can see how this works. So go ahead and go right here, get close, get up and close and personal, and go ahead and use the skill. So unfortunately, I'm on the global test lab, which means I have kind of a high ping. But yes, the first hit is the hit that floats him. But because of the ping, it kind of delays the hit. It delays the CC. But yes, it's supposed to be as soon as you uppercut, he gets floated, and then you get that skill. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the second one. The second one, again, it's Verdier Clout along with Ensnare. Combines the two to make Verdier Root. It binds enemies in range with roots and pulls them in. Then the enemies are thrown up into the air, followed by a knockdown. It can be used to pull multiple enemies and debilitate them. Well, all that sounds really great in the description. As you guys can see in the tooltip, the CC, the spin, the pull, and the float all are unfortunately in PvE. Which means PvP-wise, you're just going to use it for the forward guard, since it does have forward guard in the entire skill. But that's about it. You might have some damage onto it, but you won't get any CC off, unfortunately. I do hope that maybe they change and add like maybe a float on PvP or something, because it's kind of unfortunate. But we'll see what happens if they ever change it. So the first hit damage is 556% times 3. The second hit damage is 672% times 4. Does have 50% crit rate and 5% accuracy rate. So we'll go ahead and use this skill now and show you guys how this works. Again, these guys are PvE mobs, so you're going to actually be able to see the CC on this skill from if you were hitting a PvE player, or a PvE NPC, I should say. It goes like this. As you can see, he pulls them in, and then he does the CC. We'll go ahead and go right here and see if we can actually ensnare, or if we can grab both of these guys from here. I don't think we can, but let's try. Oh, we did. So we actually were able to pull them both in from this range. It's kind of like a try. It's kind of like the same range as Ensnare. They didn't get the CC off of the float, but you guys get the picture. So I'll try it again from this range, which is one NPC. And that's how it works. Again, I do have bad ping to the global test lab, so the CC kind of takes a while for it to finally hit. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know which Archer or Bomb skills you guys are looking forward to the most in the comments down below. And don't forget to stop by the stream sometime. You guys can find me. The links will be down in the description. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.